Hey everyone, welcome back. So today I'm going to be reviewing a new product that AMUSE came out with a while ago actually. I'm going to be reviewing their Bebe Tint. This actually came out in the beginning of this year, but I just kind of got a hold to it because I realized that I have their other lip products, the Dew Tint and Gel Fit. I'll also be comparing them as well, so do stay tuned for that. I'm also going to compare it to a similar formula from a different brand that is already in the market. AMUSE is a little bit out of my budget, so I only got one shade and I got it in 5 Nude Pumpkin. It comes in this promotion packaging because it's their best shade for a warm tone. They're doing a promotion right now and it comes with a lip scrub. And let's start with the packaging. It's very similar to the Gel Fit Tint. Instead of having a see-through cap, you do have the cap in the color. Alright, so starting off first, I'm going to go in with their lip scrub. This is their Bebe lip scrub. Comes in this small pink packaging. Kind of looks like a sample packaging. You can see here from the bottom, it is quite tiny. There's not a lot of product. Right off the bat, it does smell very sweet. So it has this peachy scent to it. Kind of looks like a typical sugar lip scrub. I'm just going to go ahead and apply this. So this is how it looks like after I've washed it. There can be some leftover sugar. Sometimes the sugar kind of gets stuck. It doesn't melt all the way. It feels very homemade. Alright, so first off we have the ingredients. Again, this is shade number 5, Nude Pumpkin. It's labeled as a light warm shade. It's not too warm and it does lean towards being a semi-warm shade, and it's described as being a nude beige color. When you first apply on your lips, it has this light coral color, but once it oxidizes on your lips, you sort of have this peachy coral shade. Quite a sheer shade. Adds a very nice MLB color. It's not marketed as much, but it is labeled as a lip oil / plumping tint. I believe it does have 80% of oil in its formula, and on the lips you can definitely feel it. For the formula, it is semi-watery when you apply it on your lips. Once it oxidizes, it has this oil-like formula on the lips. It does feel quite moisturizing for the ingredients look, but it does remind me of their previous formulas like the Gel Fit Tint or the Dew Tint as well, which I'm going to be comparing these later. The biggest difference is probably that it does have a slight tingling sensation similar to Rare Beauty's. It's very subtle and it's not as tingling as Rare Beauty's, but you will be able to feel it. It leaves that minty sensation. Overall, it does have a really nice glossy finish. It does have a semi-blurring effect, so it fills in the cracks of your lips. Very buildable. You do have to wait a few seconds for it to oxidize. I do like how the glossy finish looks really nice there, and also on the bottom lip as well. And for the scent as well, it smells quite sweet, very peachy. So now for the full, you can see a more pigmented peachy coral shade. Overall, it's going to look like a pink peachy shade with coral undertones to give a slight warmth in it. The more layers that you apply, the more glossy it's going to look. But because it is an oil-like formula, so I can kind of feel like it seep into my mouth. I can taste the sweetness of it. I'm just gonna go ahead and try to blot this. Just blot some excess product and you should be okay. Fills in the wrinkles of your lips pretty well. Feels moisturizing, and again, you still have that tingling sensation. Let's go ahead with the transfer test. You'll also see from the hand swatch that it does have a pretty good stain. So you can see that the gloss did transfer a lot on the first one. However, we have a matte stain. It does look quite pigmented. For lip tints, the stain can turn red, especially for glossy lip tints, and this looks like one of them as well. You can see in the inner corner of my lips, it looks a little bit red as well. It's starting to look a little bit red. Here's a quick comparison. I have Peripera's Water Bear and number 2 Universal Coral on top, and AMUSE's on the bottom. Quite similar formulas. Peripera's Water Bear has this glossy finish, has an oil-like glossy finish. Peripera's very similar finish as well. And it also feels in the cracks of your lips pretty well. If you're looking for a more affordable option, I would recommend Peripera's. Another similar one could be shade number 1 AMUSE Beige, but number 2 Universal Coral has more of a coral undertone. So on this side I have Bebe Tint, and on this side is the Dew Tint. Very similar formulas. The Dew Tint probably has a little bit more of a gel formula, but very similar glossy finish. Slightly a little bit thicker because of the gel. Honestly, they're really similar in formula. On this side I have the Gel Fit Tint, and it does have more of a gel-like formula, at least similar to Bebe Tint. It's the thickest. It does have a little bit of oil formula. For the Bebe Tint, it's lighter and it's more watery. So in conclusion, I'd say the formula is pretty similar to previous lip products that AMUSE already has. The most similar to their Dew tint and a lighter version of their Gel Fit tint. Overall, I do like how it has a really good stain. However, if you're looking for a more affordable option as well as getting your money's worth, I definitely recommend Peripera's Water Bear tint. Very similar formula, similar stain. They also do have a wide variety of shades as well. Price is a little bit out of my budget, especially for such a small amount. For Peripera's, it has 3.7 grams and AMUSE's has 3.8 grams. However, the price is double that of Peripera's, at least in Korea. Other than that, it doesn't dry my lips. It does have a slight tingling sensation, so if you're not really into that, I would keep that in mind. It does have a really sweet scent as well, but it has a really good stain, really beautiful glossy finish, easy to blend, easy to build. It does take a few seconds or even a minute for it to completely oxidize, but it does fill in the wrinkles of your lips pretty well to give you that nice blurry effect. I think out of all these, I prefer the Dew tint. I've already used like half of it already. It does have a watery formula, but it glides on the lips really well. It gives a beautiful glossy finish. I think this will look really good for a wedding lip to give you that very seamless and glossy look. The baby tint is not bad as well, but it just takes a little bit too long for it to oxidize and control the color. That pretty much wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.